welcome back on this Tuesday morning. All the Elvis stories, too. That microphone's on. Let's quickly go over that forecast. Raining outside, keep an umbrella close. Isolated showers, that is 65 degrees this morning. High temperatures of 82. Mostly a chance of rain almost every day. We're hoping no rain on Thursday, which, of course, Anna Franklin has a special needs rodeo in the Decatur area, so hopefully, fingers crossed, no rain on Thursday. Looks like there's a chance of rain daily, though.
Hey, Dan, I'm sorry you didn't win the sausages today. I know you're looking forward to having those at lunch.
Sharing them all my life.
Oh, I have
so far.
You still eat them?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Are they good with hot sauce and a cracker, man?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Dan Totten up here down on Jefferson Street. Your buddy Lucas probably sleeping in this morning. And
could be, should be.
Going in there. You foremost attorney in criminal defense, and did you back off divorce for a while, or have you always done divorces?
Well, yeah, I backed off of it for a while because it can be real depressing.
No.
Yeah.
It's probably an understatement.
In what way?
Well, just seeing people, I think, a lot of times making real bad decisions that are permanent decisions, can't be corrected. Children getting hurt, people getting hurt, it takes a toll on you after a while.
How has divorce, now I know used to in the past you got divorced, you automatically the wife is going to get the kids and all the money, basically. Well, let's just say that's the way it always happened in my case. But things have changed a little bit now with the judges, haven't they?
Well, it's just I think when the women's movement came to pass here, 30 years ago, and women's rights came to the forefront, there was a resulting equalizing of the rights of men and women when it comes to custody of children, visitation. And now it's not uncommon to see a man get custody.
A lot of joint custody.
Yes. As a matter of fact, the law requires joint custody to be discussed. And unless there's some compelling reason to the contrary for there to be joint legal custody. Of course, there can't be. Solomon solved the problem with joint physical custody, I think, many thousands of years ago.
But somebody still
several thousand.
Yeah, somebody still got to pay.
That's right. People like you gonna have to pay, Jamie.
Yeah, well, I paid my share more.
You know, it's interesting to me that they had a court cost problem collecting court costs at the courthouse, and they attributed it to the lack of traffic tickets.
Yeah.
They sure ain't going to attribute it to the lack of divorce cases, because there's plenty of that going around.
Yeah, I saw that in the paper the other day. They said that was the reason that the revenues were down.
Yeah.
For doing that over there. When people come in to see you now, they call, make an appointment, and you try to get them talked out of it? Or
now, he's not a counselor.
Yeah, I know, but they're paying you to come in.
No, I was telling a lady the other day that came to see me. She was asking for some personal advice, and I told her I was not a marriage counselor. The last lady I tried to counsel and make her go back to her husband came in about a week later with a broken arm, and her eye was every color of the rainbow, and I decided that probably wasn't any of my business. So I perform a legal function, and I'll leave the counseling up to the Dusties and the folks like you that have been through it before.
Yeah, like I'm going to do a lot of counseling. I can tell you what not to do. You know, in a lot of cases, and this would be my advice to people, if you ever need it, just give me a call. I won't charge you a whole lot. Ego. You say, well, no, I'm not going to do that. If you try to settle that or go through mediation or whatever, the sooner the better, everybody wins.
Yeah.
But why is that so hard to convince people of that?
You're not thinking of the kids. You're thinking about yourself.
Don't think about me.
I know, and that's what's wrong.
Well, a lot of folks just want to throw rocks as long as they can, because they're hurt, their feelings are hurt, they feel like they've been, their spouse has been unfaithful, has been untrue, and they want to exact a little revenge.
Revenge.
Yeah.
Well, revenge is costly.
Absolutely. It's $200 an hour, whether it's, answering phone calls or exacting revenge.
When people call you, you know how you get divorced. I go, I'm going to know right now. I'm going to give Dan a call. I'm going to give Dan, I got his cell phone. I'm going to call him at home. I got to know something right now. They're paying for that. They just don't know it.
Yes. Absolutely.
But they got to know right now, and you don't know anything more now than you did yesterday.
Well,
It's a reassurance.
We're not going to give advice to people unless we understand the facts first. And so it takes some time to do that. And that's the reason I don't charge for an initial interview on the criminal case, but I do on a divorce case because it can be real involved. Charge $100 for it. Sometimes I had one the other day lasted 2 hours and 45 minutes. And
boy, that's less than a therapist.
well, I mean, it's just you have to charge something.
Yeah.
What is the situation now in the Limestone County court systems on divorce? I know in Huntsville it's backlogged.
Like 2 years.
You know.
Well, I think both our judges get right on with the divorce cases. Our criminal dockets are kind of backed up at the present time, but divorce cases are normally pushed through, and I think our two judges that handle divorces are two of the best around. They're very fair-minded. They're very open-minded. They listen to what's going on, and they generally make good decisions.
Do you have any idea about how many divorce cases you've handled since you've been practicing law in Athens, Alabama?
Well, I could stand to do at least one more today. I'll put it that way.
Well, if you're thinking about getting divorced, y'all need to give Dan Totten a call down on Jefferson Street. Right there is the number, 232-1287. Any advice you got for people thinking about getting divorced? Now, you try to settle them, I know. How many do you...
Mediation?
You don't want to go to court, do you? Or do you? If you're getting divorced.
This is what I tell people. You and your spouse who have been together for ever how long can settle your divorce better than anybody. Lawyers are second best. Judges, it's hard to acquaint a judge in a half a day or maybe even a whole day with what it's taken years and years to build up. So you need to work and settle as much of it yourself as you can.
All right, let's go back to the original thing that's born on Facebook. First time ever, this judge, I don't even think that was in this country, has allowed a woman to use Facebook to try to serve her husband that she's getting divorced. Do you see that may be becoming a fad, or some judges are going to allow social media?
I was telling Tom a while ago there was a seminar about 90 days ago that involved that, and I got busy and didn't go to it, but I bet I'll go to the next one.
I think it's coming.
I believe it's coming too, yes.
Because if you're avoiding being served, like we know someone who's trying to track down her ex-husband now, and he's just avoiding being served, and it's just prolonging it.
In Alabama, we, of course, have service by publication. If you've tried to serve somebody and you can't, for some reason, find them, you can serve them in the newspaper. But it's expensive, and it takes a while, and it's one of those things that delays the process.
But if you're not getting child support for 3 kids over the years...
Yeah. It's tough.
You need it,
tough.
right? So if you know they're on Facebook every day, that may be something that's...
All right, if you're thinking about getting divorced, can't get along with your spouse, and you've tried every other route, you need to call Dan Totten, or if you've been arrested or know somebody that has, you need to make sure they get the best representation possible.
Let me remind Frank of one thing that only he and I would remember. My father-in-law, Grady Congo, used to run the farmer's market.